What up, y'all? Marcus here from the shop. Ooh, another episode. It's been a minute. Kendrick Lamar's Damn just dropped yesterday, Friday. Today is Saturday, so I'm actually going to do something a little different. I'm actually going to listen to the album in its entirety and then give you my first take reaction review. I'm not going to be playing the songs throughout my review, throughout the video, because I'm just not risking them copyright strikes. So I've actually listened to the first 3 songs. I listened to Blood, DNA, Yeah, and Element, and I'm going to just give you my take real quick. DNA is something that From what everyone's talking about on social media, that joint knocks. Mind you, I have not listened to any songs prior till today. Like, I didn't listen to Humble or any of the songs that may have leaked because I was just trying to savor the flavor for the album to come out. And well, it's out now, so I'm actually going to finish it up right now. But as far as DNA goes, my quick little take on that song, of course, Kung Fu Kenny, sensei, lyrical master when it comes to this rap shit. He's definitely superb up here with the lyrics. No one's really touching him. Of course, you got Joey Badass, you got Freddie Gibbs, you got certain people up there with him. But I will say, I know there's a lot of Kendrick Lamar fans out there because they like that lyrical shit. You know, I do too, I'm a fan. But I don't really like how the production literally just goes everywhere towards the end. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm fast forward right here. It's cool, but it does get a little irritating. Me personally, but it's something that may grow onto me. I just listened to it for the first time, so it may just grow onto me later. As far as Yeah and Element, fucking with it, man. It's got that slow vibe to it. I like how they got, like, it seemed like it's a mixtape, how you got a DJ, whoever it is, shouting out Kung Fu Kenny in the beginning of every song. So I like it so far, but again, I'm only 3-4 songs in. I'm about to go into Feel right now, and stay tuned.
Church, religion, token, blacks in bondage, lawsuit visits, subpoena served in concert. Fuck your feelings, I mean this for imposters. How you feeling? The light wait for maybe it's too late for him. I feel like the whole world want me to pray for him, but who the fuck praying for me?
Oh, that line. Hold up, rewind that joint one more time.
Feel like the whole world want me to pray for him, but who the fuck praying for me?
I feel like the whole world want me to pray for them, but who the fuck praying for me? In this crazy ass world that we got going on, from presidential elections to whatever the fuck is going on in Russia, Syria, just here in the streets, everyone wants to be a social media activist, and they want everybody to just like feel some kind of way about that issue, this issue, not realizing that everyone has their own personal issues. Like, damn, yo, Kendrick is just speaking, dog. So far, I think Feel is my favorite song so far. DNA, everyone's talking about DNA. Feel and Element, it may not, I guess it's not that good. Or not Feel, I'm sorry. Yeah, and Element, good songs, but obviously didn't stick out to me. I really didn't cut the music off for those 2 songs. But Feel is definitely what I'm feeling right now. That shit is just, the way he's just spitting back and forth, the way he's just like flowing, just the way he's playing with the words Feel. Like, you don't really hear that too much anymore, like as far as lyrical rappers. Well, actually, you know what, I only listen to a few lyrical rappers, but you don't hear a lot of rappers actually playing with words, like playing with the cadence behind it and just using it. Kind of, I remember how like Papoose had like alphabetical slaughter and he just played with each letter within the alphabet. I'm not saying that Kendrick Lamar is doing that, but just the way you can actually play with words rather than just using them to make a verse. I miss that shit, man. It's not too many rappers that do that. I don't know if Rihanna writes her own raps, but if she came out with a rap mixtape or a rap album, I probably may buy it. Just because she could be like the female Drake, where she combines the two. Because Anti was a good album. I mean, that's the only R&B album that I ever reviewed. And not to bring Drake in the whole conversation, but having a female Drake with somebody just who could blend rapping and R&B. I mean, I know Nicki Minaj does some singing too, but just with that cadence and that superstardom, that would be kind of dope. Just random thought out there. Just popped in my head. Kind of reminds me of old school LA, like electro music that they used to do. Okay, so now I'm about to go into Humble. Now, I don't remember if I said this earlier in the video, but I have not listened to that song. I know it's been out for like a week or 2, but again, I'm gonna just reiterate this. I did my best to avoid that song completely because I just wanted to walk into this album not knowing shit, kind of like walking into a movie, as if I'd never seen the trailers, as if I don't know anything about it. So this is my first time listening to Humble. I've listened to maybe the first maybe 2-3 seconds, so I know what the production kind of sounds like, but I haven't listened to the whole song. So here we go. Beat knocks though.
So fucking sick and tired of the Photoshop. Show me something natural like Afro.
That's where everyone got mad. Alright, so this shit knocks. I honestly don't see why girls got mad at this. I mean, you pretty much have him just saying what guys feel. We don't like to see fake ass titties and fake ass ass and all that makeup, all that caked up shit look like you just took a bunch of powder and you know what I'm saying? Like, guys don't like that. A lot of guys like natural shit. Natural bodies, natural titties, natural hair. We don't want all that makeup. We don't want weaves going down to your ankles and all that shit. I mean, like sometimes my girl throws on extensions and shit like that, but I love my girl and everything, you know, we like all that shit, but when you OD with it, when it's just like, when you go to bed and you look like a totally different fucking person, that's the shit that he's talking about. I honestly don't see why he got so much flack, but this shit goes, man. I fuck with the song. I can see why Humble and DNA are the two songs that are gonna make like the singles or whatever, because the two songs are the most bass and the most oomph behind it. So they're the ones that just, you know, got the trunk rattling and shit. But the rest of the album is not bad, but here we go. I'm about to go into Lust.
Something came over me. He said it's okay. I wake in the morning, my head spinning from the last night. Both in the trance, feeling. Take the gratitude from him. I bet he show you something.
It's a very melodic album. Like, I fuck with the instrumentals and everything so far. I'm not gonna lie. Like, there's only a few songs in here that I really, really like, where he's just going in with bars. The rest is more melodic, but I'm not done yet, guys. I'm not done. I fuck with Fear too, man. So far, it seems like the songs with the titles where it's like a human emotion, like Feel, Fear, and Lust, and Humble, those are the joints that are really good. Like, it seems like they're all like either human emotions, or like DNA, blood, like parts of the human body and everything. The ones with the emotional ties to it, like where it's just like something that you can actually feel, like no pun intended, but like feel and God and feel and fear. Those are the ones that are most relatable to me. He was talking about like his bank account and shit like that. Like if he wondered how like Rihanna felt after she saw her bank account, and how he would probably like flip the fuck out if he saw the same thing. It's some real shit, man. Like, you know, if you imagine you just a kid from the hood and then all of a sudden you just have millions of dollars. Like, you have Rihanna money. Like, how do you act? Well, all right, going into, where am I going? Finishing up Fear, and then I'm gonna go into God. Alright, going into the last song, Duckworth. Alright, so far, my opinion about this album is pretty much the same, where going in, I was thinking I was going to get more of a lyrical album, maybe because Joey Badass's album came out last week, and he was coming out just going at Big Sean, like, y'all get ready for April 7th, because I'm coming for y'all, whatever. Pretty much telling everybody to set their lyrical game up. And I'm not really getting that so far with this album. It's more of an artsy type of vibe. It's more of that How to Pimp a Butterfly or To Pimp a Butterfly Kendrick Lamar versus like Good Kid, Mad City, or I forgot the name of his last mixtape before that, 808 or something like that. Either way, I like it so far, but it's more that artsy, and that wasn't really what I was expecting. But again, last song, I'm gonna listen to it real quick, and then I'm gonna give you my final thoughts.
coincidence because if Anthony killed Ducky, top dog could be serving life while I grow up without a father and die in a gunfight.
Hold up, I gotta listen to that one more time just so I can catch the story, because this is, I like how he ends it off with a story. Hold on.
Top dog could be serving life while I grow up without a father and die in a gunfight.
This is going backwards, like that's that creative artsy fartsy Kendrick. Alright, yeah, that's it. That's it, guys. I like how it ends, like a gunshot and then rewinds. Like you see movies like that. I forgot. I think it was like Paid in Full. I think Jeezy had a video like that where it starts off with him getting carried out on a stretcher after getting shot, and as he stares into the money, kind of like, it's based off the movie Paid in Full, and he starts reminiscing flashbacks until his time and everything. So it's kind of like this right here. Maybe I'm just reaching, but how it sounds like Kendrick got shot, and then you hear it rewinding back, trying to reminisce. And if I'm not mistaken, it sounds like he's going back to the beginning of the album. Let me see.
In a walk the other day. So I was taking a walk.
Yeah, I don't know. It sounds like he's gonna go into a whole nother story. Like there were speculations talking about how another album is supposed to drop tomorrow on Sunday, which if you're watching this will probably be today. I don't know how true that is. I mean, y'all let me know. It seems like they're supposed to be, but then it seems like they're kind of denying it. So I don't know. But final thoughts on the album, I would say pretty much what I've been saying over and over again. Walking in, I was expecting more of a lyrical album where he was just going in, spitting and spitting and spitting, because I'm coming off of Joey Badass's album that dropped last week. And the content is very similar. Kendrick doesn't go too far into the politics and everything, but he is talking about like struggles, and he does hint on Donald Trump and all that bullshit and everything. Joey Badass touched on that too. The whole album is called America's Badass with 3 Ks, so you know what the album's about. But on that album, it's more just bars. It's Joey. He's just focusing on that. Whereas Kendrick, he's more on the artsy side. And I mean, we know Kendrick to do that. I mean, like Good Kid, Mad City, Pimp a Butterfly, Section 80, there's always a concept behind it. It's never just, it doesn't just feel like a mixtape. Whereas, again, comparing him to Joey Badass, a lot of his projects seem like mixtapes, where this last album actually felt like a concept album. Now, comparing them between the two, this album and Joey Badass's, I know y'all probably don't want me to compare the two, but because they're very similar as far as context and concept-wise, if you're looking for more of a album with more bars and lyrics, I would go for Joey's. This one right here is just more focused on the poetic side, the more artsy side, kind of like To Pimp a Butterfly. I would say this album, Damn, is not my favorite Kendrick album. I would still give it maybe a 5, either 4 or 5, download it, or buy the physical album. My boy Derek actually bought the physical album and posted on his Instagram, so I may end up doing the same thing just because I'm a fan. It's definitely not a whack project at all, so let's get that out the way. But I still think that Good Kid, Mad City is my favorite Kendrick album, because it's just the whole album is a story within itself, and that's something that I've never seen or heard to be done, where an entire project is a story. Sorry, Nas. Pick that up later. But yeah, going back to this, comparing it to the Pimp a Butterfly, great album, great concept, but I haven't listened to it since the year it came out. It's not something that I whip to. Like, there's no whack songs in here, but there's no songs that make you want to stick out, where other than like maybe DNA and Humble, where you want to bump in the car, and there's a couple songs like, oh, that's my joint, that's my joint. It feels like this album works together from beginning to end. Like, there's no filler songs in here. There's no songs that really stick out other than those two. Again, personally, my favorite song is Feel, but other than that, it just seems like this album would not work unless you're listening to it from beginning to end, and that's kind of how Pimp a Butterfly is. Whereas Good Kid, Mad City, mind you, this is a story album. There's still songs on here that I can just put on, listen to that one song, and then move on to something else. I don't know if I'm gonna get that from here, but yo, Damn is a damn good project. Again, I would give it maybe a 4.5. I'm probably gonna end up buying the physical album just because I'm a fan of K-Dot. And yeah, hopefully he'll drop something new soon. I mean, it does seem like it's a to be continued part. So let me know what y'all think. Also, let me know if you like this style. Would you prefer me doing it like this, where we actually listen to the album and I give you my take on it so far, or would you rather me go back to the old way of just listening to the album 4 or 5 times, take notes, and then just dropping a review, which is usually like 8 minutes? So let me know in the comment section. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Did you fuck with this album? Was just not for you? Let me know what y'all think. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and catch y'all later.